All right. Hello, everybody. Surprise episode of Assassin's Creed. We're here with Layla in the real world, in the modern time. We're going to read some stuff we got here. We'll start with the mailbox. So, we got Ari No. Um, so the initial one from Layla Hassan to Rami Hassan. May 10th, subject no. I don't have COVID, no. I'm well isolated. It's just three of us traveling together. Stay out of sight. From Raimi, thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Ram. All right, disappearing for a while. So it looks like the older ones are down here. So we'll go down here. December 27th. The initial one, subject is you. Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Eagles? Who the F is this? From the unknown sender, you have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding it. We can help you if you help us. What you did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it. Otherwise, nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Next steps. On January L. One last message, after which all communication between us via this account or any other account will cease. We have our own ways of talking, methods that cannot be sniffed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risk, but they were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything, digital fingerprints everywhere. That will not happen with us. My colleagues tell me that the initial meeting went well. They are impressed, if a little wary, of the influence of your new toy has on you, but they know better than most what it means to live with such a burden. I'm curious to know more about this air of memories epithet. It is not a phrase we have heard in all our decades of research. In a few times, we will contact you once more. If you are interested in proceeding, follow our instructions to the letter. If you are not interested or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is getting sick and getting sicker. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Famines are becoming more and more frequent. And now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. I can feel like we're living through the Yeatsian nightmare. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. In many ways we are. But there is hope. There is a cure. Us, in the past months, we have come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. A message, a very promising message that may help us reverse the dire course we are on. If you want to be part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you best of luck. Layla Hassan replies, I'm ready. Reply, good. Disappearing for a while. From Layla to Raimi. Raimi, forgive the short email. I wanted to call, but I'm not using phones right now. My time is limited. I'm still recovering from my trip. Things got out of hand and nothing was expected. People got hurt. I told you it was for research, and it was, but not for redacted. The truth is, I think it Abstergo maybe. The truth is, I haven't worked for them for years. It's a long story, but I won't bother you with the details. But it wasn't for me. Leave it at that. The group I'm with now, I can't explain not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view, but not without cost. In fact, I effed up last year bad more than once. I need to make it right. I know this sounds cryptic. It is, but I'm not in danger, not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up on keywords that might raise alarms. Do I sound paranoid? A little. Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this. I promise. At this time next year, things will be better. The skies will be clear. The earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ramadan together. It'll be just like the 90s all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them. I'm going to be fine. Your sis. From Raimi, I don't like the sound of any of this, Layla, and I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones is not the right way to use my mind. You have my number. I suggest you call it. And no, I won't say hello to our parents for you because doing so would bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell father that you no longer work for Abstergo would break his heart. That's all he ever talks about. Now his daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. The man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do or did, and he's still proud. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this as saying again a hide and seek. I just want to know you're safe. Files. English locales of note. Layla, as you tripes about England, Bex and I thought you might want to keep your eye open for a few things. Assassin bureaus, or hidden ones, more accurately. They operated in Roman Britain between the years of 100 to 430 CE. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain, so I imagine their leaving had something to do with the empire's retreat. Mission accomplished or a loss of faith, not sure. But we do know that it was several hundred years from before the hidden ones returned to the island, but maybe Basim and Hytham were the first in half a century. From our own archives, I believe there were 6 main bureaus operating in the Roman period: Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, and Gloucestershire. Um, these won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between the lines. Animus anomalies, Bex noticed these about 10 embedded in the simulation. They're dense clusters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Ivor's memory. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless. They may induce occipital shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best to err on the side of hell no. But if you're curious, well, I warn you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know of any Isu artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there, and this was the period where they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an Isu site? Sessions report for Sean Hastings. Subject, Sean Hastings, reporter William Items. Preface: the transformation of the Order of the Ancients into the Templars as we know them today has always been a subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated with the assumption that the Templars themselves hold some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at the present, no concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. What little data we do have is mostly a matter of public record. With some exceptions, it is commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templars dates back to 1119 CE, and this is indeed was the appearance of the public face of the Templars. However, our records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly damaged document, an assassin contract from Normandy in the mid-11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. In an earlier letter, this time from a hidden one in the region of modern-day Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mention of a Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can assume that the Templar Order, as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients, existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, one of our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memories to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was of little use for our purposes. Sean Hastings began the first of his 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines into the past, focusing on the 9th, 10th, and 11th centuries in search of the assassins or Templars in his bloodline. He found none. Of minor interest, however, was a following personage here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. Alrekur Thorvaldsson, the 9th century Jute who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing the carving of a map that purported the mark of the location of Thor's hammer. Alekber made it as far as Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan there. Alekber was defeated in battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Alekber's map is unknown, and the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor relic, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Alekber's ancestors would later sail to England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling in what is now called Loughborough in modern-day Leicestershire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relive the genetic memories of his grandfather to, quote, give a Nazi a proper bollocking. Media.
I lived. I died. And now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
The strange message broadcast from an unknown source north of the Arctic Circle. The message was broadcast for 9 days and ceased. Spectrum analysis of the message revealed coordinates to a Norse gravesite in New England, USA.
No, come on, Sean. Turn that thing off.
Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud.
Seriously?
Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Can I be free from listening to this guy?
The more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad is mellowed.
How's it going, Krishinabon?
He was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward.
Thanks on the GG.
Tenets
It was tough.
into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. A stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake and
Yeah, we did.
consequences it has.
It was the only choice we had.
That feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that
This
give
is a long audio.
It's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think
What are you
people
trying to
just
say?
want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process, and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, and Bex and Lucy, that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
All right. For Layla.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences. So, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway. So, turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
All right, here's the second Desmond one.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig.
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus is too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh, we'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy. God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
Interesting conversations. All right, the messengers. Isu Messengers 1. Rebecca, before we meet at the site, I wanted you to see these. Last week, I reviewed logs from the time with Bayek and came across some old notes. In the years I explored Cleopatra's Egypt, I stumbled across 6 Isu temples, most of which were buried beneath pharaonic tombs. sites. Each temple contained an Isu message clearly meant for one with the ability to read genetic memories. I was the lucky one. I don't believe they were intended for Bayek himself, as he seemed wholly unaware of the messages as they played. They may have been encoded in a way that only someone with an animus could see them. It's been a few years since I last heard these messages, so my memory is foggy, but the notes I scribbled down have a clarity that I trust. It might be something to all this, I don't know. Often I grasp outside of the areas of expertise. I am enthusiastic, but off the wrong. Let me know if something else strikes you. So this is, we got these messages in Assassin's Creed Origins. So we have heard these before. But if you want to pause the video and read this, I'm going to count to 5 and then I'll scroll down. Alright, I think it's the same for the rest of these. So yeah, if you want to read these, you go ahead and pause the episode. And the only reason I'm not reading those is because we've already had them read in previous episodes of previous games. Staff of Eden. The staff of Hermes Trismegistus, acquired from the Eagle Bear Cassandra 2018. I played Alexios. This staff, one of the many Isu staves known to us, is first and foremost a medical device with the ability to heal, repair, restore, and rejuvenate organic tissues with unprecedented swiftness. It has been known to extend the life of its bearers well beyond the average human and Isu lifespans, and is presumed to have the ability to resuscitate living creatures in critical or suspended states. It has not been verified if the staff has the ability to resurrect the dead, but it seems unlikely based on its known features. It appears to work by reading and copying its bearer's DNA to ensure perfect replication on a broad scale. It is able to detect erroneous copies and deploy repairs so long as its bearer remains within direct contact. It has been used as a weapon and frequently, possibly by taking advantage of the tremendous power it draws from the Isu's wireless energy lattice. The staff has also acted as a conduit or container for the personality of an Isu called Alethea. It is not known if this personality is Alethea's original consciousness or a simulation of the original, though most neuroscientists would call this a distinction without a difference. As of early 2019, the entity known as Aletheia has made no further attempts to contact me. As of yet, my purpose as the so-called heir of memories, has Aletheia dubbed me, remains unclear. Can we get into this locked folder? There's something in here. My stuff. Pictures. Sean and Becca. The Animus. The cabin with the Aurora Borealis. Ivor. Dig site. And there's something in the trash. File corrupted. Letter to Victoria's parents. Madam or Monsieur and Mademoiselle Bebo. My name is Leo Hassan. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's, both at Abstergo and in our subsequent freelance careers. All the time I knew and worked with your daughter, I was always struck by her luminous intelligence, her humor, and her ability to focus, even in times of great stretch. She was an inspiration, not just to me, but all those who worked with her. I'm writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. I realize it must be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you probably never heard of, offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear. But if you allow me, I will try. I was with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I'm partly to blame for. And then it ends. And that's all we have in there to look at right now. There is a porta potty over here.
Oof. I'd rather walk into town than use this.
Mm-hmm. Stuff inside. Is there anything else around here? What is that?
Another satellite. Damn.
Oh, is that what that was?
Probably bought this in a coffee shop somewhere in Concord.
Or Massachusetts, okay. Why is Ivor here?
I'm not going anywhere. Not yet.
Why not? Oh, we could sit, okay.
Would love to play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
Is that right? Alright, well, let's get inside, see what's inside. We're just looking around, seeing what there is to interact with.
Did you get my tea?
Did you get my tea?
Oh, mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's
They
fine.
look a little different.
I needed air.
How was the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
Cool.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
This is the laptop that we were in
Let's have a
before.
look. I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it. You mind if I put some music on?
Go for it.
Cool.
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what do you make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
Thanks, Sean.
Sean has been busy.
Strange message. An audio fragment sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just a quick deposit and gone. Got lucky this time. What is it? A encrypted sound file, voice unknown with the signal beneath it. Signal was a code. Led us to the precise spot here in New England. We dug, and good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver, dominant currency of the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a grave site, a Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century and early 10th century AD. A few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if we have it right. Question remains, how did these bones get here and why?
You gonna put this in the fridge, Sean?
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge. Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants once a day. Yeah, I won't remember that. Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The 2 data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like 2 minds, fighting over 1 brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
Alright. We're just looking around at stuff we can interact with.
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
Alright, I think we're ready to go back in.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead.
Shaken.
Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript if you're looking for something. I can go and...
I want to hear it.
It's one we listened to already.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... that message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Alright. We got a nice bit of background information. England, 873 CE.
There she is, England, our new home.
Not a patch on Norway, but we'll make this land our own soon enough.
I'm glad to see any land at all, and will be happy to have my feet on solid ground again.
We must not rush our landing. All you see here is Saxon territory, the Kingdom of Mercia, largely unpacified. There will be eyes watching us from the trees, with bows drawn and traps set. We must be wary. Randvi, dig in your oars, all standing.
Have you spotted something?
Not yet. But let us go ahead to clear the path of any dangers, then follow our lead when the sun brushes the horizon.
Understood. May Thor bless you all on your way. We will see you soon.
Sail on.
Yes, I'm ready for whatever these green-thumbed fairy folk have to throw at us.
Okay. So we're heading down the river. We had enough skill points here for another level up, so we'll go ahead and do that. Our quest that we got is the swan-road home. Reach Halfton settlement. Okay.
Sons of Ragnar know that we're coming.
They do not, but they will not scoff at our visit. Of the 4 kingdoms in England, the sons of Ragnar have settled only one. The rest is ripe for the taking.
Do we mean to join their army?
No, no. We will speak with them, get the lay of the land, and carve this country into as many pieces as we see fit.
Look ahead there! Is that what passes for a town? Plain brick in a single rune to their timid god?
That rune is called a root, Doug. The cross upon which their god was sacrificed. It sits atop a monastery, a place of worship.
That cross killed their Christ, and now they display it in worship? Bizarre.
We carve idols of our gods and make wishes before them. Like our sacrifices to Odin the One-Eyed.
But we do not worship the wolf that kills him. That is the difference.
Whatever strangeness we see in these Saxons, they must think the same of us.
The hammer! Now there is a symbol worthy of a god. A bolt of lightning would take that cross clean off.
So we're still just settling down the river. I wonder if we're going to that spot. Interesting. We're just have to see what happens. Bunch of guys over there.
What are they doing?
Ritual drowning.
Baptism, Doug. Are the ways of Christians really so unfamiliar to you?
Not at all. I simply forgot. And someone has to keep the conversation up. It must be priests and worshippers alone in that place. We could storm this port with ease. Sack it without breaking a sweat.
Is there much in the way of treasure there?
Always! They shape precious metals and cut jewels to their gods. There will be a fortune there.
Later, Doug. There will be time enough for raiding once we have settled. Come to, stop the boats. Pull up over there. The way forward is blocked by a chain spanning the river. We must remove it before pressing on.
A chain? Can we cut through it?
It's too thick for access. But there must be a way to release it, somewhere in that camp.
I will go.
And I will be right behind you.
No, Dag. You stay here. Should trouble come our way, I want you defending the ship.
A good idea. Send out the arrow and keep your sharpest axe at hand, huh?
Something like that.
Release the naval chain, okay?
They will attack on sight here.
Few. See 6 guys.
In a week. All well and good, but some would argue for the blood of a martyr in these cases. And some of King Edmund's blooded soil is still being sold, cheapside.
Very advanced. They won't brook the old Weybread and lichen in that alley. Let me tell you. Holy water and prayer cures all.
They wait till we're busy harvesting, shearing, praying. Whenever we're at our most vulnerable, they saunter in and cause maximum havoc.
So we want this guy to walk back.
Would our God accept a bargain? If I slit a bullock's throat and pray for the Danes to leave? Didn't Abraham do that kind of thing?
Oh, they hear me. Hey, buddy. A bird cage, very nice. There's treasure in there. River chain blockade. After conducting several trials, we have found that these naval chains will hold against even the most durable Danish longships, so long as the mechanism remains intact. Several more blockades will be constructed in the coming months and are to be installed in the rivers leading inland. This is our best defense against any forthcoming incursions. It is imperative that these blockades be maintained and kept operational at all times. Any failure of function will be reported immediately. Is there a ladder up there from here? There is. Okay, I have to shoot it.
Done. The path is clear.
Chains away! Hey, boy! Back to the boat! We should be close now, barring any more surprises. Fine work, people.
I say we go back, Sigurd. Give those dogs a good knock around and take whatever treasures they have. Easy pickings.
Done.
Not today, Dag. We press on until we reach our goal. We cannot afford another surprise. Now be on your guard. It should not be far.
Where was that at that we were just at? It was somewhere like right here.
I hope they have food and ale on hand when we arrive. You should have sent word ahead of us, Sigurd, to get something on the spit.
If Halfdan, Upa, and Ivar Ragnarsson are lacking food in England, then all of us will starve. Have no worry.
Ah, I can see it now. Suckling pig tender and juicy, and ale as gold as the treasures that we failed to steal back there.
A man of simple pleasures, aren't you, Dag?
And he is happier for it. For my part, I look forward to standing in the footsteps of the giants that built this land.
What giants?
The great Romans and their empire. Giants of a forgotten age. They held dominion here long ago, and their ruins dot the landscape. Every brick and stone tells a story of conquest and glory. And now, they are rubble and ash.
Ready to be made. We will rebuild their empire, brick by brick, and ours will not crumble to dust.
All things end, Dog. The ruins are not a warning. They are a testament. Look there, just ahead, where the sons of Ragnar make their camp.
At last, to find our feet on steady ground.
Sigurd, hold back. Something isn't right.
Good eye. There's too little movement for an army. Only tents and a few men.
Not the army we hope to find?
No. Let us get a closer look.
Okay.
Those are not Norsemen. They're too
Grant
ragged and
Bridgeshire.
soiled.
We should proceed on foot, lest they spot the boats.
Ragnar
Dag
sends
and
and
I will
camp
go
it.
together.
We all go. If they are friends, I wish to meet them as a Jarl. And if they are foes, then we fight them all, together.
Okay.
Who are these men?
They speak with twisted accents. English, no doubt.
Doc, Eivor! On me!
He's just gonna walk on the end of the boat there for a sec.
Oi, what's this? A mess of filthy Danes befouling our riverways? You there. Give us your name.
I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg. And you are...
Men who do not take kindly to Dane invaders creeping into our camp. You'd best move along, pagan. Spare yourselves a slaughter.
You threaten Norsemen with a play of swords and expect us to cower?
I have been 8 days at sea without a drop of blood to wet my axe. So spare the chatter, Buckerout, and draw your weapon.
Let's finish!
Alright.
Kill these heathen bastards!
This was what you wished for, Dag.
It feels like home already. This is so not good.
Where's the archer? Not an archer, but just throwing a slinger or something.
You had your chance to turn away, and it passed you by. Need a meter. Get over here!
Hey, stop that.
I can bleed through butter. Take half the lump or two. Suffer. The blood will flow. Come here, bloodbag. Hit the filthy wretch. Back, don't make it.
Get out of here.
How you go? You bleed.
Nice.
Let's see some blood!
Good hits.
Have a look around, all of you. I want no more surprises.
Right. I will check the longhouse.
Alright.
All scraps and rubbish over here.
Up and in we go.
Wait! Who are you? Are you with those brigands as well?
Sigurd, Dag, in here. Those men had prisoners.
You there! Untie us! Let us walk and we will not hurt you!
Quite bold in those bindings. I like your spirit.
We are very agreeable people, I promise. You need not kill us.
Peace, friend. We have no need or wish to hurt you. What are your names?
Yenli. I'm a merchant, not a bandit like those others. And this is Rowan.
Rowan, that's right. I'm a stable hand, that's all. I keep horses and, well, I did, till those brigands sold them off.
They meant to sell us next, as slaves to the nearest bidder. But I ripped their eyes out before I let that happen.
And how did you find yourselves here?
We came to trade with the sons of Ragnar, at Halfdan Jarl's asking. But they were gone when we arrived.
Unbind them. You know the sons of Ragnar?
Aye. Sold many a mare and stallion to the brothers. Good men. always paid me fair.
From the look of this camp, they've been gone for some time. Where will you go now? What will you do?
Rebuild my stocks, start anew. I have friends and allies across the land to aid me, but it won't be easy.
Every town and village needs a stable to keep horses fit and trim. I'll find my footing again, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
Hire him on here.
Could use their skills as we get settled. Having access to trade and someone to tend our mounts would be a boon.
My thoughts as well. Any friend of the Ragnarsons is a friend of mine. Right, Dag?
Whatever you think is best, Sigurd.
Janli, Rowan, I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg, son of Styrbjörn. This is Eivor and Dag. Both of you are free to go, but more than welcome to stay if you're willing to pull your weight.
We'd be happy to, if only to get back on our feet.
Then let it be done. The Raven clan welcomes you.
Cool.
From strangers into friends, into family. The others have arrived. Come.
I have a good feeling about this place.
Honored family, friends, welcome.
Yeah, we did make some friends, Goshinabon. You're right. Went to their land to take over and make them make them make it nice for you. How great are you? That's right.
Fine work. A longhouse to rival any I've seen. Now come.
I mean, it's been pretty good. We've been messing around in Norway for a few episodes. I figured this one was going to be a lot of videos and just background information, so I wanted to read it so that Monday we could just do stuff.
Mercia, East Anglia, Northumbria, and Wessex. From the few plans and maps I discovered here, I believe the Sons of Ragnar have pushed further into Mercia, here. My scouts will soon tell me if I am correct.
And where are we?
Here, in this unnamed copse of trees.
Unnamed? We cannot let that stand. What will we call this place?
I might have an idea. Ravensthorpe, the village of ravens.
Mm-hmm. The Raven clan, the Raven everything, Raven, Raven, Raven. That's so Raven.
The poet in you sings once again. One day this name will be known throughout all of England.
A name is only a beginning. If we want renown, we must build, expand.
Agreed. We should begin with a forge. Can you help Gunnar get working again?
So this is our village that we're going to build up, I'm guessing?
That our neighbors will provide, whether they wish to or not.
Scarcely arrived, and now we must raid.
We cannot master this land merely by asking.
I'll go and speak with Gunnar now.
Good work, my dear.
Alright, well, we got unwelcome done.
Short notes, mostly. Scraps of plans, old letters, a few runestone messages. It took some time to decipher the mess and piece it all back together.
We have stuff in the codex here. Tutorials, progress, settlement. Yeah, I'm sure that's stuff that they're going to tell us here in a bit. Alliance map. So database. So we got Mercia here. The Kingdom of Mercia, situated in England's Midlands, reached the height of its power and prestige under King Offa, a prominence that lasted for close to 300 years. During that time, it was the center of trade and industry until Danish incursions left it in ruin. Locations. We have the Raven Clan settlement, built from the ruins of an abandoned wintering camp once occupied by the great Heathen army. This settlement is now the permanent home of the Raven Clan. It's also where you may find Ranvi's Alliance Table, Gunner's Forge, Yamli's Shop, Rowan Stable, and other useful services. Settlement extension. Ravensthorpe just got bigger. 2 bridges now link the original settlement to new land to the east. This will open up new buildings with new activities and new characters. Buildings in this area will not contribute to your overall settlement level. Factions. Saxons. Originating from the coast to what is now northern Germany, Saxons invaded and settled Britannia at some point in the 5th century CE, replacing the outgoing Roman Empire as the island's occupying force. Thereafter, they're spread east to form Essex, south to form Sussex, and west to form Wessex, and north to form Middlesex. This laid the foundation of what would become the 7 kingdoms of the Heptarchy. Seen today as the archetypal Christian, Saxons adopted Christianity in the 7th century by the way of Jutes, another Germanic tribe who had been previously converted. And enemies, we have Kuril, the basic Saxon warrior, individually not very threatening, but as a group they become a problem. They're opportunistic on the battlefield to pick up weapons from fallen foes to surprise you with a new attack. Sorry. Right, let's go over here. Our rations are full.
Not a bad place, Eivor. Not at all. Can I help you with anything?
Sigurd wants your forge up and running as soon as possible. For that, we need supplies and riches.
Ah, you mean to go a Viking then? Good, good. How I miss those days. Ransacking and pillaging. Blade singing and shield splintering.
I would ask you to join us, but you're the only blacksmith we have. We cannot afford your loss.
Oh, it's no bother. Better I forge axes than swing them. My place is here, not pulling on the oar of a river horse. Though you do remind me, I found a map among the bandits' rubbish, marked up with the locations of Saxon monk huts.
Yes, bandits know as well as we do. Monasteries are full of riches and loot.
Take the map with you, and put it to better use than they did.
Alright, location discovered, a monastery, and Meldebur. Alright, this will get us this stomp ability. We want a chain assassination, which is somewhere over this way. Oh, is there an auto loot thing elsewhere? Auto loot is always pretty nice. Let's see anything. I'm sure we'll find it, or whatever. Alright. So they want us to go raiding. And they want us to take the long... And I guess we're going to go towards this monastery because that's what just got marked for us. But if we want to go back to Norway, we can do it here from the Atlas. So is it just automatically move us back? Whoops, I thought it was just going to let us look at the map and then we could choose where to go. Seems not the case, but now we know. Puts us back here in Fornburg. Good to know. All right. Well, this is where we're going to end this episode. We do hope you all enjoy the episode. And we will be back on Monday with more Assassin's Creed. Hope you all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next time.